Hello, everybody. Yesterday, that's on August 5th, a big tragedy took place in Uttarkashi. There's a small town, in fact, a village which has developed into a small town, and this is called as the Dharali village. In this village, a massive tragedy took place, and it is reported that it has taken place due to cloud busting. The state government says that it has taken place due to cloud busting, but the reports in the newspaper suggest that, and particularly the scientists at the Indian Meteorological Department say that the condition over there does not fulfill the criteria of cloud busting. So let's see what are the causes behind the Dharali tragedy as such. When we talk about flash floods can occur due to many reasons. It can occur due to cloud busting. It can occur due to dam busting. It can occur due to tsunami. So there are many reasons for flash floods to occur. And remember that floods are responsible for surcharging the water table. But in flash floods, water gushes out at a very high speed. So it does not recharge the water table as such. But when you talk about cloud busting, that what exactly is the definition of cloud busting? Cloud busting has been defined as a localized phenomena where the rainfall is more than 100 mm per hour. Rainfall is more than 100 mm per hour in a confined area. And confined area is what? 20 to 30 square kilometers. If this takes place, then it's the result of cloud busting. देखिए, बादलों का फटना एक ऐसी क्रिया है और यह क्रिया तब होती है जब किसी भी स्थान पर अचानक से वर्षा बहुत ही तेज हो, 100 mm प्रति घंटे से ज्यादा, और जिस क्षेत्र में वर्षा होती है वो लगभग 20 से 30 वर्ग किलोमीटर का क्षेत्र हो, तो उसे कहते हैं क्लाउड बस्टिंग इन हिंदी. For Hindi listeners as such, because there is a complaint that you never say Hindi. So this is called as cloud busting. Now, what are the reasons behind cloud busting? See, the vulnerability of Himalaya is very high for cloud busting. And why? Because Himalayas consists of steep slopes. Look at Himalayas, it consists of steep slopes. And why steep slopes? Because Himalaya has been formed how? It has been formed due to folding. This the news channel won't speak of. It has been formed due to folding. And because of the steep slopes, of Himalayas, the vulnerability of Himalayas is very high. इनकी जो तीखी ढालें हैं, उनके कारण हिमालय की प्रवणता जो है बादलों के फटने के लिए बहुत ही ज्यादा है. What happens? The phenomena is like this. When monsoon winds means it is laden with moisture. भरे हुए हैं moisture के साथ. When monsoon winds comes and strikes the steep slopes of Himalayas, it ascends upward immediately. And more and more of cloud formation would take place. But this would be enhancing what? इससे क्या होगा? This would be enhancing electrostatic induction. Electrostatic induction would be enhanced. First thing. And because of enhancement of electrostatic induction, lightning would take place. So when lightning takes place, lightning is trapped inside the cloud in the form of hyperenergy. And when it is trapped inside the cloud in the form of hyperenergy, it results in sudden condensation and heavy rainfall. But if you look at the rainfall pattern which occurs during cloud busting, the rainfall pattern is what? The rainfall pattern is that small droplets of water would combine together to form a larger droplet of water, see, small droplets. And this comes to the surface with a thumping noise. तो इसकी बूंदें जो है वो छोटी छोटी बूंदें एक दूसरे के साथ संयोजित होंगी और बड़ी बूंदों का निर्माण करेंगी जो सतह पर अचानक ही बहुत तेज गति से गिरती है, जिसके कारण क्लाउड बस्टिंग फिनोमेना जो है, बादलों का फटना प्रक्रिया जो है, वो बहुत ही खतरनाक माना जाता है. क्लियर? सो दिस काइंड ऑफ प्रेसिपिटेशन is called as what? Is called as Langmuir precipitation. इस तरह की वर्षा को, इस तरह के वृष्टिपात को हम लोग कहते हैं क्या? Langmuir precipitation. This is how cloud bursting takes place. But the criteria is what? The rainfall should be more than 100 mm per hour. and this should be the confined area of 20 to 30 square kilometer. So it means that the topography of the area, स्थलाकृति जो है उस क्षेत्र की, this influences cloud bursting. Clear? When cloud bursting occurs, it results in two things. One is flash landslides and flash floods. So for cloud bursting, the remedial measures are what? That in this area, the natural pattern of drainage should not be disrupted. There should be properly laid drains. The natural pattern of drainage should not be disrupted. जो प्राकृतिक अपवाह तंत्र है उसे बाधित न करें. Clear? So this should not be disrupted. And when this occurs, when cloud bursting occurs, it results in flash floods and landslides. And why we are saying that natural pattern of drainage should not be disrupted? Because if drains are disrupted, it results in sudden accumulation of water and this triggers landslide. अगर मान लो अफवाह तंत्र जो है वो बाधित हो जाते हैं तो अचानक से जल एकत्रण बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा और उसके कारण भूस्खलन की प्रक्रिया ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगी. So landslides and cloud bursting would be always related to each other. Clear? Himalaya is prone to landslides also. Himalaya is prone to cloud bursting also. But the scientists at IMD, that's the Indian Meteorological Department, that they say that this rainfall was not in Uttarkashi. So it cannot be called technically a case of cloud bursting. This cannot be called technically as a case of cloud bursting. Let's see what are the reasons then. Now I have listed all the reasons for the Dhaaravi tragedy in Uttarkashi. First reason is what? Heavy rainfall at high elevation. Because if you look at the height of this area varies from 800 to 6,900 meters from sea level. So if heavy rainfall takes place at high elevation, that may not be a cloud bursting case. It can result in flash floods because of the elevation as such, because of the elevation. And why we are saying so? Because this area is prone to mudslides. यहाँ पर क्या है ना? If you look at one of the reason, I have said that built on layers of mudslide. उत्तरकाशी को देखो तो ये वह क्षेत्र है जहां ईयर सेंचुरीज से मडस्लाइड होते रहे और उत्तरकाशी उसी पर है. क्लियर? This area is located on deposition of layers of mudslide. So it is highly prone to this tragedy, this kind of tragedy. First. Second is what? Disruption of natural pattern of drainage. Why? Because you constructed hotels, resorts, homestays. If you look at the Dhaaravi village is a very famous stopover for the Char Dham Yatra. Very famous. A number of hotels, a number of homestays are there. And we can say that in this tragedy, we can see a blessing and a curse also. Blessing, why? Because when monsoon takes place in this area, the people come less to Dhaaravi. So that's a blessing. Had that been not the month of monsoon, then the tragedy would have been very severe. दिल दहलाने वाली ट्रेजेडी हो सकती थी, जैसे केदारनाथ 2013 में अगर लोग वहां पर अधिक मात्रा में होते तो. फर्स्ट. सेकेंड थिंग इज व्हाट? इट वाज अ कर्स. व्हाई? बिकॉज इट वाज ट्यूसडे and there's a temple over there which is called as Someswar temple. So people gathered for prayers in the Someswar temple and that's the reason why the casualty was more. So it can be seen as a blessing that crowd was not more in the month of monsoon, otherwise the damage would have been more severe. And a curse. Why? Yes, the cloud was not as high, but it was high because of the Someswar temple and the day was Tuesday. Clear? So high rainfall at very high elevation, topography. And one thing is the topography of that area is very high elevation. And if suppose rainfall takes place, the debris come down, waters come down, muds come down. So they would be gathering momentum in their downflow. This can result in what? This can result in flash floods. We can see also that the upper reaches of Ganga and Yamuna, Gangotri, Yamunotri, are situated near this area. So and in this area, there are glaciers. The permafrost region can be seen. तो कई हिमनद हैं इस क्षेत्र में. Ridges, perennial rivers, valleys are seen. Gorges are there. And valleys are very narrow. If there is a narrow valley, see, listen one thing. If you disrupt the natural pattern of drainage by constructing homestay and hotels in the narrow valleys, it is bound to result in tragedy. Note the Supreme Court has recently said about Himachal Pradesh. Go through it. The Supreme Court made an observation. And why? Because of environmental degradation on a large scale in Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. We are responsible for these tragedies. Why? Because of the construction activities, the tourist spots which we have created in these areas. Not only this, number of biomedical industries have been created, have been developed. They have their branches over there. Then we can see dams and reservoirs. All these result in what? All these result in soil erosion and enhance the vulnerability for landslides. So कई फार्मास्यूटिकल कंपनीज को देखो तो उनके यूनिट्स वहां हैं, चाहे मंडी में देख लो हिमाचल प्रदेश में या कहीं और हिमाचल प्रदेश में, तो उनके यूनिट्स हैं वहां पर. जलाशय भी हैं, डैम्स आपने, बांध आपने बनाया, होटल्स और रिजॉर्ट्स का तो कहना ही नहीं है, बड़े पैमाने पर हैं. तो इन सारे क्रियाकलापों के कारण, इन सारी गतिविधियों के कारण पर्यावरणीय निम्नीकरण बहुत बड़े पैमाने पर हुआ है, जिसके कारण मृदा अपरदन होती है और भूस्खलन के लिए यह क्षेत्र प्रवण हो जाएगा. So these are what? These are nothing but man-made constructions. What you have done? Disruption of natural drainage pattern and built on layers of mudslide this area is. But one technical reason is what? If you look at Uttarkashi, it's a part of the southern Himalayan slopes and very less of vegetation is present. If suppose vegetation was more, then the roots of these vegetation are responsible for fixing the soil. And if roots of these vegetation are responsible for fixing the soil, then certainly less of soil erosion would take place and the vulnerability for landslides would be reduced. So we can see that recommended in these areas would be, let's construct parallel walls, so that, concrete walls, so that the soil is in between and the soil erosion is stopped. Let's check the man-made construction on a large scale in these areas. See, development is fine, but development at the cost of lives is not fine. So what you have to do is that you have to sustainably manage both Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. बहुत अच्छा लगता है हमें जाकर उत्तराखंड, हिमाचल प्रदेश, लेकिन इन त्रासदियों को देखकर अच्छा नहीं लगता है. तो आप विकास अवश्य करें, लेकिन धारणीय प्रबंधन करें, धारणीय विकास करें, और सार यही है. क्लियर? The thing is, the essence of the lessons learned from this disaster, these kind of disasters, should not go in waste. So we should be taking all those measures through which sustainable management of Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand takes place, and tragedy like this does not. See what you have witnessed. You have witnessed that within 30 to 34 seconds, the area was washed away. A similar thing took place in Wayanad last year, Kerala. So it's not that in 10 years or 20 years it takes place once. Every year in India takes place. Whether it's the vulnerability of Western Ghats, whether it is the vulnerability of Himalayas. पश्चिमी घाट को देखें या हिमालय को देखें, दोनों की प्रवणता भूस्खलन के लिए बहुत अधिक है. So time is now ripe that immediate measures are taken, and administrative and legislative measures, that these kind of constructions are disallowed and sustainable management of this area takes place. Thank you so much.